While the West debated Earth's shape, Indian sages explored the atom, the cosmos, and the mind. These weren't mere rituals, but a rigorous system for human optimization. We'll explore 8 ancient practices: psychology, mathematics, and bioenergetics disguised as spirituality, still profoundly relevant today. Let's begin. When most people think of yoga today, they imagine a fitness class or stretching routine. But yoga, described in the Upanishads and later systematized by Patanjali in his Yoga Sutras, was never just physical exercise. It was a precise science of consciousness. The word yoga comes from yuj, to unite. It signifies the alignment of the body, mind, energy, and inner awareness with the universal field. Patanjali outlined the Ashtanga, or 8 limbs of yoga: yama, restraints; niyama, observances; asana, posture; pranayama, breath control; pratyahara, withdrawal of senses; dharana, concentration; dhyana, meditation; samadhi, absorption or liberation. Each limb corresponds to a level of neurological and energetic mastery. Modern research shows that yogic breathing, pranayama, regulates the vagus nerve, reducing anxiety and improving heart rate variability, a key marker of health. Functional MRI scans reveal that regular meditation alters the prefrontal cortex, increasing gray matter density, leading to emotional stability and cognitive control. Every asana, every breath cycle, was designed with biomechanical precision to align the human system with the Earth's magnetic and gravitational fields. Yoga wasn't an art of twisting the body, it was engineering for inner evolution. Ayurveda, meaning knowledge of life, is one of the oldest medical systems in the world, with references in the Atharva Veda. It is built on one fundamental idea: health is balance. According to Ayurveda, the universe and the human body are composed of 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space, and these combine into 3 doshas: vata, air and space, movement, nervous system; pitta, fire and water, digestion, metabolism; kapha, earth and water, structure, stability. When these doshas are balanced, there is health. When disturbed, there is disease. This isn't primitive mysticism, it's systems biology in poetic form. Ayurveda's understanding of the gut-brain connection, circadian rhythm, and detoxification parallels cutting-edge medical research today. For example, Ayurveda's Agni, or digestive fire, corresponds to metabolic efficiency and gut microbiota function. The daily routine, or dinacharya, prescribes waking before sunrise, which aligns with melatonin and cortisol rhythm regulation. Fasting and cleansing rituals like panchakarma activate autophagy, the cellular repair process that modern science identified only in 2016. Ayurveda isn't anti-science, it's meta-science, built on observation over millennia. Ancient Hindus treated fire not as a symbol, but as a living scientific instrument. In the ritual of AGNIHOTRA or yajna, fire was used to purify space, atmosphere, and energy. Each offering into the fire was precisely composed: cow ghee, grains, herbs, forming bioactive aerosols when burnt in a copper pyramid. Modern studies from Indian and German research institutes show that Agnihotra smoke contains antimicrobial compounds that drastically reduce bacterial and fungal counts in the air. The negative ions generated during combustion can neutralize air pollutants and improve mood, similar to ionizers used today. On a deeper level, fire represents transformation, the conversion of matter to energy, a metaphor mirrored in Einstein's equation, E mc2. What the ancients performed as ritual was, in essence, a controlled biochemical and energetic experiment for purification, concentration, and offering. The Rig Veda begins with sound, because sound was seen as the first vibration of creation. Nada Brahma, the universe's sound. When the syllable Om is chanted, it creates a frequency between 110 and 130 Hz, resonating with the human heart and the Earth's natural Schumann frequency, 7.83 Hz. Scientific studies using EEG and fMRI show that chanting mantras activates the prefrontal cortex and limbic system, calming emotions and enhancing attention. Sanskrit was structured phonetically to produce specific vibrational effects in the body. Certain syllables stimulate the vagus nerve, regulating stress and boosting serotonin. The ancients didn't chant randomly. Each mantra was a neural algorithm. The Gayatri mantra, for instance, rhythmically aligns breath and sound to induce a deep theta wave state, enhancing cognition and focus. Even today, NASA uses Sanskrit-like phonetic algorithms for voice recognition because it's the most precisely pronounced language on Earth. Hindu tradition practices upavasa, literally meaning to stay near God. But fasting wasn't about deprivation, it was biological intelligence. Intermittent fasting, observed on Ekadashi or Navratri, improves insulin sensitivity, promotes fat metabolism, and triggers autophagy, where cells recycle damaged components. The ancients even specified the lunar cycle for fasting, because the moon's gravitational pull influences water balance and brain chemistry in the human body. Modern research confirms that fasting reduces oxidative stress and increases BDNF, a brain growth factor linked to clarity, focus, and longevity. Through controlled abstinence, fasting trains the mind in discipline and detachment, the twin pillars of resilience. Meditation, or dhyana, is not relaxation, it's mental engineering. The Upanishads describe dhyana as the stillness where the seer and the seen become one. Patanjali classified it as the seventh limb of yoga, leading directly to samadhi, absorption. Modern neuroscience shows that consistent meditation alters the default mode network, the brain region responsible for self-referential thoughts and anxiety. It increases grey matter in the hippocampus and reduces activity in the amygdala, resulting in emotional regulation and mental clarity. In Vedic terms, meditation aligns prana, life energy, with chitta, mind stuff, allowing access to higher states of awareness. What was once spiritual is now a core cognitive optimization tool used by top universities and corporations worldwide, rediscovered from the rishis. Every Hindu ritual, from lighting a lamp to applying tilak, is a multi-sensory psychological framework. The lamp represents awareness, the bell's sound resets the brain's frequency, incense activates the olfactory system linked to emotion, and the act of offering prasad reinforces gratitude. Neuroscientists now recognize ritual behavior as essential for habit formation, emotional anchoring, and identity cohesion. Devotion, bhakti, produces oxytocin, the bonding hormone, counteracting stress and loneliness. Rituals externalize abstract spiritual ideas into tangible actions, bridging the conscious and subconscious mind. In modern terms, daily puja is not superstition. It's neural conditioning for emotional stability. Long before modern architecture, Vedic seers developed VASTU Shastra, the science of energy flow in physical spaces. Based on the Sthapatya Veda, Vastu integrates directions, sunlight, magnetic fields, and 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space, to create harmony between environment and consciousness. Temples were designed using precise astronomical alignments, the sanctum, Garbhagriha, placed where geomagnetic energy is highest, and the Shikara, spire, acting as an energy transmitter. Modern architecture is now revisiting these concepts under biophilic design and geopathic stress management. Vastu anticipated that geometry, light, and orientation directly influence human physiology, something proven today by environmental psychology and chronobiology. These 8 ancient practices, yoga, Ayurveda, Agnihotra, mantra, fasting, dhyana, ritual, and vastu, were not religious superstitions. They were technologies of consciousness, integrating physics, biology, psychology, and ecology long before modern science was born. Hinduism never divided science and spirituality. It saw them as 2 faces of the same truth. In a world overwhelmed by noise, confusion, and artificial solutions, maybe the real, modern well-being we seek was already discovered, thousands of years ago. The only question that remains is, are we wise enough to rediscover what we once knew?